You may think cats are mysterious because they do things for no reason, but most of their little habits are far more meaningful than they look. What seems random is often a quiet language made of comfort, instinct, and trust. And once you notice it, your cat stops looking unpredictable and starts feeling deeply honest. Here are 8 habits cats repeat again and again, and what they may really be trying to say. The first habit is following you from room to room, even when they do not ask for food or attention. Many people think that means a cat is clingy, but it is often something softer than that. Cats are naturally alert animals, so staying near someone is never a careless choice. When your cat quietly follows you, they may be choosing your presence as part of their safe routine. They do not always need touch. Sometimes they just need to know where you are. And that is one of the most cat-like forms of love, being near you without asking for anything. The second habit is sleeping beside you, especially near your legs, feet, or pillow. It may look like they simply found a warm spot, but warmth is only part of the story. Sleep is one of the most vulnerable states for a cat. So when they choose to rest near your body, they may be saying that your presence feels safe enough to let go. If they return to the same sleeping place again and again, that trust is even clearer. They are not just borrowing your warmth, they are borrowing your calm. And sometimes, that quiet sleeping spot is where affection becomes most visible. The third habit is slow blinking while looking at you. A lot of people miss this because it looks almost too small to matter. But in cat language, a relaxed, slow blink often appears when tension is gone. It is the face of a cat that does not feel the need to guard itself in that moment. If the body is soft, the ears are neutral, and the blink is unhurried, the message is even warmer. It is not dramatic, but it can be one of the clearest signs of trust you will ever get. Some cats say "I love you" with noise. Others say it by closing their eyes in peace. The fourth habit is kneading blankets, beds, or even your lap with their paws. People often call it a cute baby habit, and that is not completely wrong. Kneading is deeply tied to early comfort, nursing memory, and self-soothing. That is why adult cats often do it when they feel especially settled. If your cat needs you, the moment may carry both comfort and attachment at once. They are not only enjoying the texture, they may be returning to a feeling of complete ease. And when a cat reaches that state near you, it usually means your presence has become part of their peace. The fifth habit is rubbing their face or body against your legs, hands, or furniture. Most people see this as a quick greeting, but it is often more intentional than that. Cats carry scent glands around the face and head, and rubbing is one way they leave familiar scent behind. In simple terms, they may be blending their world with yours. That is not just ownership. It can also be connection. Your smell becomes part of their comfort map, and their scent becomes part of your shared space. In a cat's quiet way, this habit can mean you belong inside what feels familiar and safe. The sixth habit is bringing you to a window, a door, a bowl, or even a strange corner of the house. Sometimes they meow first. Sometimes they simply look back to check that you are following. This habit is easy to dismiss as demanding behavior. But often, it is a form of communication built on confidence that you will respond. They may be showing you something important in their environment, or asking for help in the only clear way they know. What matters is not only where they lead you, but how often they choose you as the one to tell. That choice says your cat sees you as part of how problems get solved. The seventh habit is sitting nearby instead of directly on you. Many loving cats prefer a little space, and people sometimes mistake that for emotional distance. But for cats, closeness does not always mean contact. A cat who chooses the same chair, the edge of the bed, or the floor beside you is still making a decision. They're saying, "I want to be with you, but in the way that feels right to me." And that kind of chosen closeness can be just as meaningful as curling up in your lap. Not every bond is loud. Some of the strongest ones arrive with a little space and complete trust. The eighth habit is suddenly changing one of these routines. If a cat who always follows you stops, or one who always sleeps near you begins staying away, do not ignore it too quickly. Sometimes the reason is small, like weather, noise, visitors, or a new routine in the house. But if the change lasts, or comes with hiding, appetite shifts, or unusual silence, it deserves attention. Cats often speak through patterns long before they speak through obvious distress. That is why a missing habit can matter just as much as a repeated one. Because with cats, the smallest daily choices are often the clearest emotional signals. So the next time your cat follows, blinks, kneads, rubs, leads, rests nearby, or suddenly stops, look a little closer. What seems like a small habit may actually be a quiet message about safety, trust, and the place you hold in your life.